What is up, Siwanators and awesome explorers? It's your girl, Lamari Satu, and OMG, I am so excited for today's video because we are diving deep into the world of one of the cutest, most adorable animals on the entire planet, the giant panda. Seriously, who doesn't love pandas? They're fluffy, they're cuddly, they're black and white, and just pure awesome. We're going to uncover some super fun facts and even bust some myths that you might totally believe about these amazing creatures. Get your glitter ready because this is going to be a wild ride, full of surprises and no-way moments. I literally cannot wait to share all this cool stuff with you. Hey there, awesome explorers. Did you know giant pandas are not actually bears? Wait, what? That's just one of the crazy facts we'll learn today. Get ready for 8 super cool truths and silly myths about these fluffy black and white buddies. And hey, smash that subscribe button to join our fun fact squad. Let's go. This is going to be epic. We've got facts that will make your jaw drop and myths that we're going to bust wide open JoJo style. So buckle up, fact hunters, because we're about to go on an adventure into the bamboo forests and beyond. We're talking mind-blowing truths, hilarious myths, and all-around panda fun. Make sure you've got your thinking caps on, maybe grab a sparkly snack and get ready to learn things you never knew you needed to know about giant pandas. It's going to be educational, it's going to be fun, it's going to be Panda-tastic! Let's do this thing! Woo! Are you ready? I can't hear you. Let's go! Alright, first things first, let's tackle a big one. Everyone, and I mean everyone, looks at a panda and thinks, oh, what a cute bear, right? They're big, they're fluffy, they've got that bear-like shape, and honestly, they just scream bear from their adorable little ears to their fluffy tails. It's like the most obvious thing ever. If it looks like a bear and acts like a bear, well, a very chill bear, then it must be a bear. But hold your horses and your bamboo sticks, Siwanators, because this is where things get crazy. Scientists, those super smart people in lab coats, have actually been debating this for like ever. It's a whole thing. Some say, yep, totally a bear, part of the Ursidae family, case closed. But then others are like, not so fast. They're a bit different, a bit unique. It's like a science mystery, and we're here to get the scoop. Isn't that so cool? So, here's the giant pandas are technically classified in their own special group, but they are considered very bear-like. Think of it like this. You know how you have your immediate family like your brothers and sisters? And then you have your cousins, who are totally related to you and share some family traits, but they're still their own awesome, unique selves. That's kind of like pandas and bears. They're super, super close relatives, like first cousins in the animal kingdom. But pandas have their own exclusive family branch. They share a common ancestor with bears from way, way, way back, millions of years ago. But over time, pandas evolved down their own unique path, becoming the bamboo-munching specialists we know and love today. So while they're not bears in the same way a grizzly bear or a polar bear is, they are definitely part of the broader bear superfamily. Okay, fact number 2, and this one is a classic. When you think of pandas, what's the first thing that pops into your head besides them being cute? Bamboo, right? Like pandas and bamboo go together like glitter and bows, like me and dancing. It's their signature snack, their main meal, their everything. And guess what? That part is totally a fact. Pandas eat a lot of bamboo. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot, a lot. These fluffy munch machines can spend like 10 to 16 hours a day just eating. Can you imagine? That's like more than half your day spent just snacking. They chow down on anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds. That's like 9 to 18 kilograms of bamboo every single day. But here's where it gets really interesting. And it's a total mind bender, you guys. Even though pandas have this almost exclusive bamboo diet, their digestive systems are actually built like carnivores. Wait, what? Yes, you heard me right. Deep down on the inside, their bodies are designed to process meat. It's like they're these fierce hunters who just forgot they were supposed to eat meat and decided bamboo was way yummier. They have the short digestive tract of a carnivore, which isn't super efficient for breaking down tough plant material like bamboo. That's another reason why they have to eat so much of it, because their bodies can only extract a small amount of nutrients from each stalk. So, while bamboo makes up about 99% of their diet, and they are perfectly adapted in other ways to eat it, like with their strong jaws and teeth, they are technically classified in the order Carnivora. Occasionally, like very, very rarely, they might eat a small rodent or some fish if they can catch one, or even scavenge. It's like a little throwback to their meat-eating ancestors, a tiny reminder of what their bodies were originally designed for. Alright, let's talk about a super common idea about pandas, that they're like totally lazy, right? You often see pictures of them just chilling, lounging around, maybe taking a nap after a big bamboo feast. And yeah, they definitely enjoy their downtime. Who doesn't? After eating for 12 hours straight, I'd want a nap too. It's easy to look at them and think they just want to snooze and snack all day long. But Sewanators, this is where we bust a myth. While pandas do conserve their energy, which is super smart because bamboo doesn't give them a ton of fuel, they are not just lazy fluffballs. These guys can actually be surprisingly active and even a little bit acrobatic when they want to be. It's like they have these hidden bursts of energy, especially when they're younger or when they're exploring their surroundings. Think about it. They live in mountainous regions in the wild. That means they have to navigate some pretty tricky terrain. And guess what? Pandas are actually excellent tree climbers. Yes, they can shimmy up trees like little or big experts. They do this to escape danger, to find a comfy spot to rest, or sometimes it seems just for fun. Imagine a giant fluffy creature scaling a tree. It's pretty awesome. And that's not all. Besides being good climbers, pandas are also pretty decent swimmers. What? I know, it's hard to picture these round cuddly animals paddling around, but they can and they do. They might cross streams or small rivers in their habitat, so they're not just sitting around, they're climbing, they're swimming, they're exploring. They've got skills, you guys. So, myth busted. Pandas are not just lazy loungers. They are skilled climbers, capable swimmers, and smart energy managers. They might enjoy a good nap, and honestly, same, but they've got an adventurous and active side too. Chapter 4, Teeny Tiny Panda Babies, Smaller Than What? Okay, get ready for your hearts to melt, because this next fact is about baby pandas. And OMG, they are the definition of tiny and adorable. We see adult pandas as these big, chunky, huggable creatures, right? Like, at least the size of a very, very big teddy bear. So you might think their babies are, a pretty decent size too. Maybe like a small puppy or a kitten. Well, prepare to be shocked, Sewanators, because newborn giant pandas are unbelievably, incredibly, mind-blowingly small. Like so tiny you almost wouldn't believe it. We're talking seriously minuscule. This is a total fact, and it's one of the most amazing things about pandas. So how small are we talking? Get this, a newborn panda cub is about 1/900th the size of its mother. Can you even picture that? It's like comparing a grape to a watermelon. The mama panda is so big, and her baby is just this teeny tiny little thing. It's one of the biggest size differences between a mammal mother and her newborn in the entire animal kingdom. Isn't that wild? To give you a better idea, a newborn panda cub weighs only about 3 to 5 ounces, that's around 85 to 140 grams, and is about the length of a stick of butter. Yes, a stick of butter. Can you believe it? This giant fluffy animal starts out smaller than something you'd put on your toast. They are born pink, blind, and almost hairless. It's so incredible to think that these little fragile creatures, smaller than many everyday household items, will one day grow into those magnificent bamboo-chomping giants we all adore. The mama panda is super gentle with her tiny baby, cradling it carefully and keeping it warm. Imagine holding something so tiny and knowing it's going to become this huge iconic animal. It's truly a miracle of nature. Chapter 5, Zoo Dwellers Only, Pandas in the Wild. Alright, let's talk about where our fluffy panda friends call home. Now, many of us, myself included, have probably only ever seen pandas in zoos, right? They're such special and rare animals, and zoos do amazing work helping to protect them and teach us all about them. So, it's super easy to think that maybe all pandas live in zoos, or at least most of them. But Sewanators, here's another myth we are about to bust wide open. While zoos play a super important role in panda conservation, which is awesome, not all pandas are living that zoo life. In fact, there's a whole population of giant pandas living out in the wild, in their natural habitat. How cool is that? It makes me so happy to know they're out there, roaming free. So where is this magical wild panda land? Giant pandas are native to China, and they live in a few mountain ranges in the central part of the country, mainly in Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu provinces. These are super special remote areas with dense bamboo forests, basically a panda paradise. It's their ancestral home where they've lived for thousands and thousands of years. And get this, there are actually more than just a handful of them out there. Thanks to incredible conservation efforts, yay, teamwork, the wild panda population has been growing. Recent estimates suggest there are around 1,800 to maybe even close to 3,000 giant pandas living in the wild. That's a lot of pandas climbing trees, munching bamboo, and raising their tiny cubs in their natural environment. Knowing that there are thousands of pandas living their best wild lives is just so inspiring. Chapter 6, High Fives for Six Fingers, Panda Hand Secrets. Okay, this next fact is so cool and a little bit freaky in the most awesome way. We all know pandas spend a lot of time eating bamboo, right? And bamboo stalks can be pretty slippery and tricky to hold, especially if you're trying to munch on them all day long. So, how do they manage to grip those bamboo shoots so expertly? Do they just have super strong paws? Well, they do have strong paws, but they also have a secret weapon, WHAAAT. And this is a total fact that will make you look at panda paws in a whole new way. Giant pandas have something that looks like an extra finger, or more accurately, a false thumb. What? Yes! It's like they have a built-in bamboo gripping tool. How incredibly smart is nature? So, it's not a true finger with bones and joints like our thumbs, but it's a specially adapted wrist bone called the radial sesamoid. This bone is elongated and works kind of like a thumb, allowing the panda to grasp bamboo stalks between its false thumb and its other 5 digits. It gives them that opposable grip they need to hold onto their food securely while they strip off the leaves and eat the tender shoots. Isn't that amazing? It's a perfect example of evolution at work. Over millions of years, pandas developed this unique feature specifically to help them eat bamboo more efficiently. It's like nature said, these guys love bamboo, but it's hard to hold. I know, let's give them an extra bit on their wrist. And bam, the panda thumb was born. Or, well, evolved. Imagine trying to eat a giant pretzel stick all day without being able to grip it properly. It would be so frustrating. This 6th finger is a total game changer for pandas. It allows them to manipulate bamboo with surprising dexterity, rotating the stalks and holding them steady as they munch away. Chapter 7. Black and white and brown. Rainbow pandas. Alright, WHAAAT, when you picture a giant panda, what colors do you see? Black and white, right? It's their signature look, their iconic style. That beautiful fluffy white fur with those distinct black patches around their eyes, ears, shoulders and legs. It's what makes a panda a panda. It's like their built-in tuxedo, always ready for a fancy bamboo party. And for the most part, that's totally true. The vast majority of giant pandas rock that classic black and white ensemble. But here's a little secret, a super rare and fascinating twist. Not all pandas are strictly black and white. What? Mind blown. Again, this is a myth. Mostly. Get ready for this, because it's like finding a 4-leaf clover or a unicorn. Very, very rarely some pandas are born with brown and white fur instead of black and white. Yes, you heard that right. Brown patches where you'd expect to see black. These are often called Qinling pandas, named after the Qinling Mountains in China, where they are most commonly, though still very rarely, found. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Imagine a panda, but instead of those deep black markings, they have these beautiful chocolatey brown patches. It's such a unique and special variation. Chapter 8. Poop Champions. The scoop on panda poo. Alright, WHAAAT, we've talked about what pandas eat. A lot of bamboo. And you know what happens when you eat a lot? Well, you gotta, go a lot. And this is where our panda friends earn another, perhaps slightly less glamorous but equally impressive title. They are champions at pooping! Yes, you heard me! This is a hilarious and totally true fact. Now, I know, talking about poop can be a little silly, but in the animal world it's actually super important and tells us a lot about an animal's health and diet. And for pandas, because they eat so much bamboo, which is really fibrous and not easily digestible, they produce a lot of poop, like an unbelievable amount. Get ready for this number, it's pretty wild. A single adult panda can poop up to 40 times a day. 40! Can you even imagine? That's almost twice an hour if they're awake. And they can produce over 20 pounds or about 10 kilograms of droppings daily. That's a whole lot of panda presents. Their poop is mostly undigested bamboo fragments, so it's not as stinky as you might think. It often looks like little green fibrous torpedoes. This super high poop output is a direct result of their bamboo diet and their carnivore-like digestive system. Remember how we said their system isn't great at breaking down cellulose? Well, that means a lot of what goes in comes out relatively unchanged. They have to process huge quantities of bamboo just to get enough nutrients, and all that fiber has to go somewhere. Scientists actually study panda poop. It's called scatology. How cool is that for a science word? To learn all sorts of things about them. They can find out what kind of bamboo they're eating, if they're healthy, their stress levels, and even identify individual pandas through DNA in the poop. So, as funny as it sounds, panda poop is like a treasure trove of information for researchers. It's also a really important part of their ecosystem. All those bamboo droppings help to fertilize the forest floor and disperse bamboo seeds, which helps new bamboo grow. So even their poop plays a role in keeping their habitat healthy and ensuring they have food for the future. It's the circle of life, panda style. How amazing is that? Everything in nature has a purpose. So, fact confirmed. Pandas are absolute pooping champions, going up to 40 times a day. It might sound funny, but it's a fascinating adaptation to their unique diet and a super important part of their biology and their ecosystem. Outro pandemonium over, what shocked you? OMG, Swanators and awesome explorers, that was so much panda fun. We learned so many crazy, cool and hilarious things about these fluffy black and white and sometimes brown buddies. From them not being bears, to being carnivores who forgot to eat meat, to their teeny tiny